Hello! Feels like a really long time since I last talked to the camera like this, especially not in Japan. But yeah, today we are at Tirana airport and we are gonna be traveling to a new country for both of us, which is going to be Albania. Partially the reason is because we wanted to go somewhere that has an ocean, but usually right now cannot leave the European Union. But I think Albania is still gonna be really cool. So yeah, I'll talk a little bit about why or where we are gonna go once we are actually in the country, but for now we'll have to wait a little bit for our flight, and it's gonna be around 1.5 hours to Tirana, the capital. And yeah, see you there.
The clouds you see right now are over Montenegrin capital, Podgorica. We'll go around.
Welcome to Albania, which is a small country of around 3 million people, next to Greece and Montenegro, Macedonia, as well as Kosovo. And yeah, we are right now at the airport. We are currently waiting for the money exchange to open because they are kind of on a 1-hour break or something. And we also got a SIM card, so when you arrive here you have 3 different kind of SIM card providers, and they all have more or less the same package, but we went with the biggest one, which is Vodafone. You can get a SIM card for 21 days with 20 gigabytes of data, some calling minutes, international and national, for around 13 euro or 1,500 lek, which is the local currency. It's a good deal, and it allows us to stay online, look at Google Maps and all of the good stuff. So yeah, we're just gonna have a little bit of a look around the airport, probably get something to drink and to eat, and our bus to the city center, which is gonna cost around 300 lek, which is around $2.50, is gonna leave in around an hour. So yeah, plenty of time to explore this kind of small airport, but it's kind of cute and still looks kind of modern. But yeah, let's get something to drink and eat first. Welcome to Albania, welcome to Tirana. So one thing that you really notice when you are driving here is how crazy people drive. Like the roads were just completely blocked, there was an accident on the road, and yeah, otherwise it's just like there's no kind of giving way, so you just kind of get in there and try to pass. Even for like ambulance cars, there's not really enough space. And yeah, well, we made it. Probably the journey should have taken us around 20 minutes, but it took around an hour. And we are now in Tirana, which is the capital of the city, with around 300,000 people. It's around half the size of Bratislava, or around a quarter of the size, or eighth of the size of Vienna. And yeah, as you can see, people are driving everywhere, like the guy behind me is driving on his bike. just like over there. And yeah, we're right now going to the main square of Tirana. Unfortunately, we don't really have that much time to really do much in the city, to really see that many things, because we do have a dinner reservation at 6:45, and we also want to check into our hotel and everything, but we'll try to see maybe one or two things around the square, and we also want to exchange our money here, because apparently you can get better rates here than at the airport. And then yeah, once we get to the hotel, I'll talk a little bit about what we are going to do for the next 7 days in Tirana. Let's go! So we got our money now, and definitely recommend it to do it in the city, because at the airport the rate that we could have gotten for €1 was 117.4, and here it was 121.4, which is basically just the official exchange rate if you look at any exchange rate site. So yeah, you basically just get the same rate, and it's also better than picking up money at the ATM, because when we tried picking up money at the ATM at the airport, it would have charged us 800 lek, which is around €6 something, just for like a €50 transaction or something, which really isn't worth it. So definitely recommend it if you have euros. Definitely then bring them here and exchange them at any kind of exchange place in the city. This one was right next to Skanderberg Square, which is kind of the main square in Tirana. So we have made it now to our hotel. This is where we're going to be staying for the night. Nothing too special, but that's the job. It was around €40 for one night for two people, which is okay, but it's a little bit more on the expensive side in Albania. I would say that the place that we are staying tomorrow is going to be only like €15, so yeah. But it is located pretty nicely, and what we just learned is that there is actually a curfew in place because of COVID, so you cannot be out past 11 p.m. So yeah, we'll just have to be home by that time, or in our room, so we can't even enter the hotel past that time. I think it's in place until like 6 a.m. So yeah, we can only exit from 6 a.m. And yeah, we are going to be traveling around Albania for the next 7 days, or 6 days I guess, until next Friday to Friday. And right now we're just staying one night in Tirana, the capital. Tomorrow we're gonna go to Berat, which is kind of a UNESCO World Heritage place around 2 hours away from here by bus. It's supposed to be this really beautiful city with like Turkish, Ottoman influences and everything. And yeah, it is a UNESCO World Heritage site, so expectations are high for that. And after that, we're gonna continue down through another like UNESCO World Heritage village, and then finally down to the south of the country to the beaches, because one of the main reasons why we came here is because of beach life and everything. So we're gonna be enjoying a couple of nice days around the beach. And past that we haven't really planned anything, so we just kept that open depending on which parts of the country we like. Maybe we can return to some, or decide later which parts we're going to explore. And yeah, it's already 6:20 or 6:15 right now, so our restaurant reservation is coming up. So we're just gonna maybe take a quick shower or something, unwind a little bit in the hotel, and then go to this really nice restaurant I found online. They have a really good looking kind of course food for really little money. So looking forward to that. from a visit to the restaurant now, so it was really good. I'm gonna put the name down below because I don't really want to butcher the pronunciation of the restaurant, but it was a really good place. It's like right next to the artificial lake inside like this big park in the south of the city. And the restaurant is kind of Albanian, but it's mixed with kind of a little bit of a modern twist to it. And what I can recommend is they have like a tasting menu there that you can get. It's either 6 courses or 8 courses. The 6-course menu is around 2,000 lek, which is, I believe it's like 16 or 17 euros, and it's about 6 courses with everything from, well, you saw the footage, but it's kind of like a mix of Albanian food like soups and also some meat, some fish as well. And then the 8-course menu is essentially the same. It only has 2 like kind of extra courses to it. But yeah, the overall value was really good. I think we had 2 glasses of wine, and then the tasting menu with the 8 and 6 courses, it was overall 50 euro, which is, I think, a pretty good deal. Maybe a little bit of expensive for Albania, but especially if you're coming from the US or from another Western European country, then it is certainly really cheap. And yeah, right now it's around 9:30 or something, so we only have around 1.5 hours until the curfew hits and we cannot leave or return to the hotel anymore. So I'm not sure if we're gonna do anything. Probably just gonna chill around. Tomorrow we have breakfast at 8 from here, and then we plan on taking the bus to the city that I mentioned earlier, Berat, at around 10 a.m. There's a bus every hour and it takes around 2 hours to get there, and we will stay there overnight, so we'll have enough time to hopefully explore everything that is worth seeing. But yeah, I think that's gonna be the end for today. Hope you enjoyed the first day in Albania, even though we didn't see too much. But yeah, from tomorrow on we will have full days in Albania and everything, enough time to explore. Alright, good night. Good night from Julie as well. Goodbye.